Welcome to SIRA MCQ YouTube channel. Today we discuss 2024 Advanced Level A-Level Accounting Paper MCQ English Medium question number 10. There is a requirement. We must firstly requirement. Look here. The expenses recognized. Look here. Expenses recognized for the year ending 31st March 2024 for the bad and doubtful debts. Look here. The expense recognized for the year ending 31st March 2024. Which expense? For the bad and doubtful debts and the carrying amount of trade debtors reported in the statement of financial position as at 31st March 2024. This is the closing. Look here. The carrying amount of trade debtors, debtor control account, trade debtor reported in the statement of financial position as at 31st March 2024. 2024 means closing. There is a closing balance. This time I use the T accounts, ledger accounts to find the answers. Look here. The information given below relates to trade debtors of Arali Enterprises, a sole trader. Look here. Our current accounting period is ending 31st March 2024. Okay. Look here. The credit balance of allowances for doubtful debts account as at 1st April 2023. Opening or closing? Opening. Closing balance is, closing date is 31st March 2024. Opening date is 1st April 2023 was 70,000. Immediately I prepare the T accounts. Which account? The allowances provision means the credit balance of allowances for doubtful debts. Allowances for doubtful debts. This account is allowances for doubtful debts. Doubtful debts. This is the debtor control account. Debtor control account. Debtor control account is debit dial. Debit dial. This is the plus dial. The normal debit dial. This is the minus of this account. The debtor control account is a debit dial. The minus deductions of doubtful debts is a deduction of debtor control account. This is the happy account. Happy account is debtor control. This person unhappy account is this. There is a unhappy person. There is a, this is a asset account, no? Asset accounts, but asset minus account. Why? Asset. This is the happy account. This is the unhappy account. Okay. This is, look here. What is they said? Credit balance of allowances for doubtful debts 1st April 2023. Opening 70. Credit balance of allowances account. Look here. The 70 allowances for doubtful debts is, this is the opening balance. Opening balance is 70, the credit dial. Okay, this is the plus dial, this is the minus dial. Okay, look here. The second trade debtors as at 31st March 2024. This is the closing balance. Now 31st March 2024 means closing before adjusting for bad and doubtful debts. Before adjusting, there is no adjusting of bad and doubtful debts. Before adjusting bad and doubtful debts was 1,050,000 closing trade debtor control account. 1,050. Look here, 1,050 debtor control account is debit dial 1,050. 1,050 is a balance. Closing balance. Before adjusting bad debts. Okay, closing balance. Okay, look here. The third one, 50,000 receivable from trade debtors. 50,000 as at 31st March 2024. There is a receivable balance 50,000 as at 31st March 2024 to be written off. This is the bad debts. Written off as bad debts. What is the entry for 50,000? There is a receivable 50 is there. The debtor control. The debit 1,050 included this 50. At this time there is a two accounted. There is allowances and there is a debit debtor control account. At this time there is a debit account 50,000. 50 is there. I credited bad debts double entry. 50 is credit. What is a debit account? There is a allowances to bad debts. At this time I eliminated this. There is a bad debt dial is there 50. I eliminate this. 50 is credit. There is allowances means the bad debts dials we ready the allowances. There is insurance like at this time there's a credit, there is a elimination, there is a allowances is there. The allowances is using. At this time I debit it to allowances for bad debts account. Debtor control credit, allowances for bad debts is eliminated, insurance is covered, bad debts. At this time what is the description? Debtor control account. Debtor control, which is this time I say allowances for doubtful debts. Okay, and this is the double entry. There is elimination of debtor control account credit. This time allowances is using for doubtful debts, debit to allowances doubtful debts account. What is the third information? Look here. This firm decided to make 4% allowances for the doubtful debts on the trade debtors balance as at 31st March 2024. There is a requirement. The expenses recognized for the year ending 31st March 2024 for the bad and doubtful debts and the carrying amount for trade debtors reported in the statement of financial position as at 31st March 2024. At this time, look here, this is the major one. The firm decided to make 4% allowances for doubtful debts. 4%. What is the basement? On the trade debtor balance as at 31st March 2024. At this point, they said there is allowances is 4%. There is allowances 4% based on based on debtor control account. There is a debtor control account, there is a happy persons. Based on the happy persons, we must allowances created 4% as closing date. At this time, I balance this debtor control account. Why? There is a two shorts. At this time, I create a one debtor control balance 1050. The balance is 1000. Balance carried down 1000. This is the closing balance. Based on these 1000, we must allowances created. This is the allowances account. Allowances created 4%. What is the 4%? 1000 to per 4%, 40 means closing allowances unhappy persons of this account. Allowances means unhappy persons as at closing. At this time I create a unhappy person closing balance at the allowances account. Allowances means unhappy persons. At this time, unhappy persons means minus persons. There is a credit. There is a credit balance. Why? Happy persons are debit, unhappy persons are credit. At this time, I balance brought forward. This one, there is error. Balance brought forward closing. I create a balance brought forward balance as a credit. There are forward means this balance brought forward, there is a closing balance is credit. Why? Unhappy person 40. There is a balance carried down is there. Balance carried down 40. This is the finally created allowances for doubtful debts is unhappy person creation of 40. At this time there is a deficit of this time. There is a 90. It's a 90. There is a 20 space. This is the expense. Expense means doubtful debts or bad debts. Bad end, doubtful debts, debts, expense. Expense is 20. Okay, there is a requirement. What are the requests of this paper? Bad and doubtful debt expense. Which amount? 20. Expense is 20. You can this means the newly created doubtful debt expense. Newly created 20. Answer is 20 for expense. 20. There is a two answers. 20. We must calculate this turn. What is this? Carrying amount of trade debtors. Which date? Look here. And the carrying amount of trade debtors reported in the statement of financial position as at 31st March 2024. Carrying amount means there is a finally amount closing balance. What is the method to carrying amount calculation? This is the carrying amount calculation. Look here. Carrying amount. Trade debtors. Trade debtor control. Carrying amount means the balance. Balance means the net effect of the trade debtors. Net effect. Look here. We must extract trade debtor control account. Debtor control account. Closing balance. Closing. This is the closing carrying amount, closing carrying amount, carrying amount. At this time there's a trade debtor control account balance. We must extract closing balance. What is the trade debtor control account? This is the trade debtor control account. Final closing balance is 1000. We must extract 1000. After that we must deduct which account? There is allowances. This is the happy persons. There is happy, unhappy person. We must extract to this carrying amount calculation. The allowances, the closing allowances for doubtful debts. The closing balance of allowances for doubtful debts account. What is the doubtful debts account? Means unhappy persons. That allowances for doubtful debts account final balance, the unhappy person finally 40. We must extract to this calculation. 40 means minus. This is the unhappy person. The net impact, net carrying amount means 960. This is the carrying amount. Closing carrying amount. This is our happy, this is the unhappy. The net effect is the carrying amount. Closing carrying amount. 960. What is the answer? 960 is there. 20 is expense. Answer is 1 for question number 10. Okay, at this time, after that we must calculate there is a manufacturing accounting related question. Therefore we must meet question number 11 and 12 next video.